Hello, everybody. Welcome to our client spotlight at Up in a Day. Today, I am speaking with Stephanie Meeks, principal of One Page Solutions. Stephanie, welcome to our client spotlight.
Hi, Lindy. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm excited to dive in. So, tell us about One Page Solutions and who you work with.
Yeah, thank you. One Page Solutions is a boutique consulting firm. There are four of us who are working with clients across the United States, both for-profits and nonprofit organizations. We've been around for 25 years. And what we think distinguishes us as a firm is that we work with our clients to develop very practical and actionable and measurable strategic plans. So these are not the kinds of strategic plans that are designed to sit on a shelf, but that are meant to be actively managed. And we've worked with more than 150 clients and have produced more than 1,000 plans over that 25-year period. So we've worked with some clients over multiple years.
Wow, fantastic. And we recently designed your website, redesigned your website. What was your reaction when you saw it for the first time?
Well, we loved it. Our website was due, maybe overdue for for a refresh. It had last been done in 2002. So it was showing some signs of age. And really wanted to, refresh is the perfect word. We wanted to refresh the website. We haven't changed who we are, but we wanted to update the look and feel of that public facing part of who we are. So we loved what your team came up with, Lindy. It felt very clean and professional, but also approachable, which was important to us because we work both with Fortune 500 companies as well as nonprofit organizations. So we wanted it to speak to both of those audiences, which is not an easy balance to find. The other thing we wanted was a really clear and clean navigation so people could find what they were looking for. And we wanted to make it clear how people could contact us. And all of those design elements were both very clear and brought to the fore so that our clients don't have to go looking for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you are reaching two different audiences, having a navigation and messaging all tied into one with clean design is so incredibly important. In fact, one of the things that we've recently created for you was an email template. And I want to bring this up because even though we hadn't planned on it, a lot of our clients or a lot of small business owners will have their website redesigned and it looks great and it looks beautiful and they're super proud of it. And the biggest question they tend to have is, okay, well, now I have this beautiful website. How do I get people to it? And one method that I think you guys are doing really great with is you have a list of, since you've been in business for 25 years, you have this really extensive list of former clients and leads and your warm network, of course. And so we recently designed a template for you for a newsletter, which you haven't sent out in the past. Tell us a little bit about your methodology with the newsletter and kind of what you're thinking, how you're approaching the content on the newsletter. I think that's really interesting for the folks at home who are listening and or watching this episode.
Yeah. Well, thanks for mentioning that because we just launched our first issue last week and we feel really good about the response so far. The rationale behind developing the newsletter was that our business has mostly grown over the past 25 years through our personal network and through referrals. And so we really wanted to lean into that. And there are so many, there are different tools, of course, and we were really thinking about which tool might make the most sense for us. Because we've been in business for a while, we feel like we do have insights and experience that can be beneficial to share with both existing clients, But also, we hope that by reaching out to them, they'll be inspired to recommend us to others in their network who may reach out to them, asking who did their strategic plan or who they've worked with in the past. So your team put together a great template for us using MailChimp, which is a new tool. And we're trying to keep it relatively brief, recognizing that the audience that we're working with are busy executives, and we are sort of our promise in the newsletter is curated content for busy executives. So we're trying to bring 25 years of our client experience to their inbox in a really digestible way, and we hope that by doing that, we'll remind them of their experience with one-page solutions, and that they might be therefore inspired to share us with other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that approach. Staying top of mind, not directly to a former client necessarily, but great if so, but also staying top of mind in case they come across someone in their network that could use your services. I think that's
Yeah.
brilliant. So for all
So
of you
we,
out there, newsletters are great.
yeah, so we have the list that you mentioned, which is former clients and friends and family. But we also posted it on LinkedIn. So there's some cross pollination opportunity there with the content we develop and the newsletter itself. And collectively, we know we have even more contacts on LinkedIn than we do in our email distribution list. So that has been another added benefit and something that we're just starting to see the fruits of.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, I love the cross promotion, the cross pollination, as you had mentioned. I think that's brilliant. And you can even put, a call to action to sign up for the newsletter. But you're reaching a broader audience, obviously, on LinkedIn. We recently started a LinkedIn newsletter as well on top of our regular newsletter, and it's incredible how fast the subscribers grow. So I think that's a really great approach as well.
Is yours a separate newsletter or the same newsletter, just repurposed?
We do a little bit of both. It depends on what we're promoting, but we do sometimes separate it because we feel on LinkedIn you can be a little bit more extensive, so you can have more content, so more long form content, if you will. So we'll expand on what our topic is of the newsletter for that month inside LinkedIn.
Well, that's really interesting. And if I could just put in a plug for Lindy and her team here, she's been a terrific resource for us as we think about what our marketing strategy is, and has been so open and generous with her time and her ideas. And that has just been an added plus. That's Lindsay just offers that, which is great. So that little snippet right there is a great example of how she continues to give us ideas and help us further develop our own thinking. So Lindy, thank you for that.
You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. And there are a lot of small business owners, folks who are listening or not listening, who may be wondering if a website revamp is necessary or if they need a website at all, because sometimes that comes up as well. What advice would you give these individuals who are thinking about investing in a professional website?
Well, we at One Page Solutions think it's totally worth it. First of all, Lindy and her team offer, I think, a really cost-effective approach to redeveloping your website. So it was not a huge investment. It is an investment, of course, but it was an affordable investment and one that we were very happy to make. And as to the question of whether you need a website, I think the answer is absolutely hands down yes. Um, in our digital age, I don't think it's an overstatement to say that if you don't have a website, people wonder if you really exist. So it's important for sort of documenting your existence, but also for documenting your credibility, that you are, a real business offering a real service. And one of the things that Lindy and her team did for us is to put testimonials on our website and help us figure out a way to do that. And so it makes it very easy for people to get that third-party endorsement that the service that we're offering is valuable. So I would say yes, absolutely, to a website. And for us, getting the website refreshed has been a great way to just sort of reintroduce our company to our client base and say we're still investing in our business, and in the same way that you all as leaders are investing in your businesses and organizations, so are we, and we'd love to partner with you.
Fantastic. You hit the nail on the head. I agree. I love what you said about continually investing in your brand and in your company. That is so important. So thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you so much for the kind words about myself and about our team. It's been such a pleasure to work with you and your team. And we hope that we can continue this journey together.
I hope so too. And the words are heartfelt, and definitely sincere. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And if our audience wants to learn more about you and One Page Solutions, where can they find you? LinkedIn, other social media platforms. Obviously, tell us your website URL.
Yeah, our website is www.ogsp.org, or you can type into your search browser One Page Solutions, and it will take you right there. And you can also find us on LinkedIn at One Page Solutions, and I have a personal account, and they're all tied together.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie, for coming on today. It was such a pleasure working with you, as I mentioned, and thank you for coming on.
Great. It's good to be with you, Lindy. Thank you.